Okay, good morning and good evening for both of us. Fun time zones. Uh, Welcome to a game we've just ended up calling, hey, you good? I'm Kraken. I'm playing Craigory Danthew-Dovran, the person basically asking this question, and with me today is...
Hi, I'm Kendall. I'm going to be playing my character Cassie Trebbleclef, who I don't know might end up asking that question back to Craigory, considering everything he's been through as well.
Surprise! Reverse Uno! Wait, this wasn't part of the plan, no! Too bad, Wizard
this
Man.
is why this is why I laughed at your other suggestion for a title, which just caught me so off guard.
Let me see if I can remember. It was like, we both got grabbed and all I got was this lousy trauma.
Yeah, that one.
Basically that.
That summarizes both of the characters at the moment.
Uh-huh. Oh, speaking of that lousy trauma, though, this FPS follows after the events of Apotheosis,
Yep.
Cassie's no good, horrible, very bad time,
Yep.
which was a whole event, and then Craigory meant to, like, have a long rest, decompress a bit, go check in on Cassie, because that was a lot, and he knows he appreciated, like, people being there, and maybe he can be of help. And then Dancing in the Shadows happened, and that set things back. And then
Yep.
Thrall Pulsion, and that set things back. So the point is, it's later than Craig would like. I don't know how long it's been. A week?
Eh,
It's,
a
it's
week,
sure
roughly, maybe more. That works.
not what Craigory intended is the point here. So,
When has things worked out for the way Craigory has intended, though? Let's be honest.
excellent question. So, in my last minute thoughts leading up to this, I think the way this gets set up is similar to how Cassie sent Craigory a letter in their previous game. Cassie
Mhm.
receives a
Mhm.
letter from Craigory.
Cool.
Yeah, basically, just a short little thing, just asking, "Hey, it's that was a bit rough. Do you, if you wanted someone to..." The letter's very funny because it's about as start and stop as he is anyway. There's like bits that are visibly crossed out and rewritten over. Cassie could probably roll an investigation on this even if she wanted, actually, if she felt inclined.
Yes, I would love to do that. Now, do I want to use my physical dice today, or do I want to use? Yeah, let's go with physical dice. Well,
Well,
that might be setting things up for the game, but
oh.
we'll see. What is my modifier on that? It's very messy.
A 9 isn't terrible, but please no imagining the meme where the person is like looking at the paper, then holds it closer, squinting.
Yes, that turn it from one side, turn it to the other, like looking down the margins sort of thing.
It seems like this letter was not a first attempt, and there were others that were written before, but Cassie can't quite make out what those previous things were. They were erased enough, or it was rewritten over enough that it's kind of unintelligible. What's left is, the actual readable message that is there, which essentially boils down to, hey, I don't even know if you realized I was there, but that entire thing was rough. If you needed someone to talk to about that, I'm sure many people are also there, but I'm also. Are you okay?
As eloquent as Craigory normally is,
Yeah,
but
you
also
know.
just as heartfelt.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think she'll Send back probably yeah, paper airplane probably works. The just a like little message of just catching up would be nice. And she's attached her address. Um,
That solves one problem.
yep.
Uh, he will take that as an invitation.
Yeah, yeah. So technically not her apartment. Technically it's Chifley's and that's apartment, but that's where she's staying at the moment. Don't know where they are at today. Out and about, I guess. She's been left by herself.
Nice. Well, uh, Cassie, there is a knock at the door.
Yep. All right. Yeah, she's probably still only gonna half open it at the moment. Like
Fair
you
enough.
Craigory will be able to see like half an eye through the door.
Uh, just me. I can prove. I can try to prove it's me if you like.
Um yeah, yeah, there's a bit of a nod. Um
Uh, okay. Rock's back on his heels. Uh, the first time we met, we all found a random flyer and we were helping out a mutual buddy of ours, Rock Steady, manage a date.
um hmm. I'm just thinking like
Here's the thing, Cassie. Here's the fun thing. I was just thinking, so Craigory does not look like you remember him. He's had a design change, so unless you
yeah.
caught a glimpse of him during the whole Apotheosis thing, he looks a little different. Let's pull that out. Which may help or may really not help.
I think honestly it probably helps more than it hinders because design changes tended to not be a thing that she, you know, like the person who was impersonating people was very good at it. So things that are different, like obviously different, would not be something they would likely do. So that is putting her at ease. She still probably looks a little bit suspicious, but uh, that I think that is sort of enough for her to open the door up more fully with a bit of a small smile and hi, sorry, been a bit paranoid recently.
No, I get that totally. It's fine. Yeah. You do what you need to do, right?
Yeah, um, you can wanna you're welcome in. And she's gonna like open the like hold the door open.
And Craigory will go in. And I feel like just because, you gotta be a bit nosy, he's looking around and I don't know if I know this isn't actually Cassie's place. Is it obvious it's not Cassie's? Like,
I mean, does he want to? Do you want to roll an investigation?
I would love to roll an investigation. Okay. All right. 11.
I mean, so the first thing he probably notices is that this is definitely an apartment for more than one person. There is also very obviously like bedding in the middle of the lounge room floor, and like a suitcase up against a wall that has fairly colorful stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Might be Cassie.
Seems like it tracks.
Yeah, but it's a house. It's got lots of junk in it. Bunch of I mean, Craigory lives with Boomer, so he probably recognized the artifacts of a child lives in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Um, plenty of musical instruments. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so you're looking better.
Uh, um, hmm. How does she? Okay. Yeah, I think yeah. There's a bit of a smile. I will mention just some stuff that probably has changed a little bit between when Craigory would have seen her last.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't. Her color still looks. Her color looks a little undersaturated, which is different from the oversaturation that it was when Craigory would have seen her.
Mm-hmm.
But that's definitely well. I will say Craigory won't know this, but that's definitely improved since she got out of hospital. Um,
How's those wings were shattered last he knew? How are those? Are do they exist?
yeah, okay, I'm gonna roll off of that 11. It's a little bit hard for him to see because she has been deliberately wearing a a poncho to sort of like hide that area. So I don't think an 11 is going to be enough to be able to tell if there's anything under there at the moment. Yeah.
All right. A little worrisome for him, but he's not going to actively snoop on that yet. But she's up and moving. She's let him in. It's all good signs. Uh, I did. I did bring some donuts. Like you know, what we got last time from that place.
That she definitely brightens at that. At before she's gonna squint. And I don't. Was it It was like bacon and maple syrup or something donut that he got last time. I don't quite remember. I know he got something a little weird.
Uh, I feel like it was. I want to say it was like bacon and blueberry.
Yes, that sounds right. And I remember I rolled and she didn't like it.
Well,
So
she probably got like her own thing, right? So,
yes, she did. She did get her own thing, but she did try some of it and she didn't like it. So there's like a brighten and then a squint and then a. They're not all bacon and blueberry, right?
nope, nope. Just one for me and a couple for you. Like, what you got last time and something, just sweet stuff. Thought you might like it, or maybe there's enough you share with the other people here. I don't know. I got it for you.
Um,
Up to you.
just a yeah, another smile. That sounds nice. Yeah, I've been staying with my cousin at the moment. Chifley, I believe you met him at uh when when rescuing me.
Oh, the Jack Frost guy.
Yeah, yeah.
How,
He that's how I knew you came, even if he didn't know your name.
how's he doing? I'll be honest, was not doing the greatest at the time. It's, worried about you, I guess.
Yeah, the frost. Yeah, doing better. Um, still, all still a little protective, I guess.
Yeah, people will be for a while. No getting around it.
I'm going to roll insight.
Please do.
Oh, really? My dice aren't being very nice to me today.
Cassie's had a time. Cassie's allowed to be in her own head and get an 8.
Yep, this is perfectly fine. She's just gonna nod to that. Um, uh, I do think, I don't know, I think maybe she's been a bit busy, like, oh, right, maybe clear off the table, should make space for donuts and a place to sit. So she's like looking between, what can I just push off and what should I just, like, to carefully place somewhere else.
Craigory's letting her do that because he doesn't know the distinction. She'll know it better than him. He's just holding this box up.
Yeah, I think eventually she sort of gets it sorted with a and yep, there is now space down one end of the table.
Well, he'll set that box down, flip it open. Sure enough, there was like one blueberry bacon bagel. Somehow that's worse. Donut for him. And the rest are, various flavors. There's definitely more than one of whatever Cassie got last time. My brain is not giving it to me. But then just other stuff it looks like he thought she might like.
Yeah, I don't remember what she got last time. It was probably something chocolate or strawberry and covered in sprinkles, if I knowing her, but
Yeah. Guessing off Cassie's aesthetic, there's definitely a lot of color going on here. A lot of color.
Yeah.
And sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
This box
everywhere.
is half sprinkles and sparkles and glitter.
Yeah, she brightens it. Just there's a like, oh, that look in her eyes. She really, really wants to like eat a donut right now. But she is being a little bit polite, so she's just, meh.
Yeah, of course, they're for you. I don't know how long you were there, but I have a donut. I imagine it's been a bit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna roll a deception for that one. I think there's a little bit of a wince and a nod as she's gonna grab a donut and yeah, she's gonna like shove half of it in her mouth.
And Craiger's gonna take a seat and just kind of let Cassie at least start eating the donut, if not hork it down in like 2 bites.
Yeah, I think she is. I was considering rolling something for it, but then I'm just like, no, she's really, like, she ran into a door, like, this week at the prospect of getting pancakes, so. Yeah, no, that donut is gone fairly quickly. And I'm gonna flip a coin. Is she gonna say it or not?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, she is gonna say it. After she's finished the donut, Craigory, she'll say to Craigory, 2 months.
I kind of thought I'd be better with this. He takes a deep breath. So we don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it with me. I just thought I'd offer the opportunity because I know it's helped me to have a person or some people who kind of know a bit. what you went through. Not like exactly, of course, but aspects, maybe. It's helped me to have people who could sympathize or had been through it. So I thought I'd just offer that if you didn't have someone to talk to about what happened already.
Oh boy. Okay. Which part of that do you want to focus
Yeah.
on first? Okay. Yeah, rolling another d2. Alright, yep, this makes sense. She looks a little bit concerned as you are you got are you all right?
I'm better now. I'm better now for having, also had a rescue party come by and then having had time to figure out what comes after and how to deal with it. But a month was me. I was missing for a month, and no one really noticed for that month at first.
That gets a look of sympathy, like that hits fairly close to home, because yeah, she people didn't notice she was gone either, but at least in her circumstance she knew that someone was pretending to be her. So on the one hand it was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense that people haven't just noticed that I'm not there, but at the same time they also didn't notice it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you, like, she, like, just the thought of people not noticing she was gone for a month without anything is, yeah, it's sort of all crossing her face at the moment. So I think in the end all she just says is, I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm sorry something like that has happened to you too. I don't know a lot of specifics about you. I mean, I probably could have asked Lynn, but that's, personal information and all that. I kind of just happened to be at the right place in the right time to get pulled into that and help. But I am glad I did, and I'm glad you were found.
I'm glad too.
Sorry, I'm not doing a good job of this, am I?
I think that gets a little bit of a laugh out of her. It's just that, is there a good way to do this?
I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Point is, I'm here now and in the future if you need me, or if you don't. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks. It's
nice to have people to be able to talk to it about.
Yeah.
She still hasn't really said anything more about it, but Craigory might get the impression she just doesn't actually know where to start more than not knowing what to say. Like, so not wanting to talk about it.
Which, passes for the insight I just rolled for him, which is a 10.
I think if the silence sort of goes on too long, I think she is going to, because she has also been, like, especially after him mentioning his own experiences, she's been studying him a little bit, and I think she's going to mention it.
You look different.
Yeah. Yeah, design change. You like it? It's gonna kind of lift arms in a slightly showing off way.
Yeah, she's gonna, smile and nod, and
It suits you.
oh yeah, forgot to mention, she's also had a bit of a design change from the last time he would have seen her, because it's not a big one, but she has colorful glowing freckles now, and her eyes sort of also half, like, have that, like, kind of glow in the dark effect.
Nice. It's honestly really good to hear that. Yeah, this whole design change was overdue for me, it turns out. Turns out there were a lot of beings running around looking at like me. That wasn't great. That was part of the whole thing. So, looking like more of my own person, it's nice.
Yeah, having someone who looks like you running around isn't the greatest feeling.
Is that... I don't have a lot of context. There was there's that Weasley guy, that Douglas guy. It built the machine, operated the machine, but that didn't look like you at all. So I guess there was something else going on.
I don't know who they were, but someone else working with him was a shapeshifter. Yeah, they were the one to take me in the first place, and then pretended to be me until they got caught.
Well,
That's a
9 deception. Craigory visibly, winces. It seems like there's stuff he could relate to here.
Do I want to? I'm gonna attempt an insight, see if she can get higher than that. Right, dice, physical dice.
Come on, dice. Oh?
Hold on.
They're both 2 in their own heads. That's a 5.
Nope. She's not looking at you, Craigory.
Yeah, fair enough. There's still kind of that like hissed inhale and a fidget. He goes, okay, so a bit more in common than I thought. That's not great. Shapeshifter, huh? That's rough. They're not fun.
Just a little bit of a look up and God, how are you gonna phrase this? Yeah, okay, she's gonna go with this one. So,
Is that why it took so long for you to? Did someone replace you?
Yes and no. They kind of did and kind of didn't. They didn't try to take over my life. They just took... They... And he's gonna take a deep breath, like, okay, this takes some explanation. My parent looks exactly like me because I look exactly like them because they're a mad scientist who creates clones, let's say that. Just off the bat.
Yep. Blink, blink.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we already looked pretty alike. Then they swapped into my body and ran off and left me behind, trapped with someone else. And they didn't take over my life. They just tried to run off and disappear totally. Which, it only took a while for people to notice because I also tend to do that. It wasn't entirely out of character.
There's definitely a bit of a sympathetic look there. Just, you know, with like, because you know, she's traveled before as well, and she can understand, you know, part of some of the people that she knows, the reason they wouldn't have noticed anything is because she hasn't seen them in a while, because she met them while she was traveling, and she's been more stable recently, but that also was not exactly I mean, things got complicated right before she got taken, so she'd kind of had been isolating a little bit from other people already. So yeah, like definitely looks sympathetic to that. As also like the whole they took my body and I'm a clone and they left me behind, and oh yeah, that's a lot. So definitely like oof, that's rough, buddy.
Awkward jazz hands because he knows that's a whole bit. The shapeshifter did try to impersonate me for like one afternoon, and gave up on that act pretty quickly, actually. So that was part of the whistle blow.
That's
They weren't interested in taking over my life. They were just interested in using my face to get information.
Yeah. I'm sorry that happened.
Well, I'm sorry something similar happened to you. I mean, I didn't know what was happening during that month. Like, I was half convinced that my parent was basically just doing what it sounded like the shapeshifter was doing, just stepping in, and why would anyone notice?
Yeah, yeah. That's. Mm, uh, um. Yeah, sort of like hunched shoulders from her for a little bit, and then
They taunted me about it. That was what they were doing. And that no one was gonna come and find me.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing, I guess, with people who can do that. Their acting ability automatically has to be off the charts, right?
Yeah, I knew it would work because it had worked on me. They
Who?
uh, didn't didn't ever see them what they looked like. They always showed up as someone else.
So they tricked you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not your fault, you know? Just couldn't have known, and things turned out all right eventually. Slight change of topic, maybe. Just thinking through that all. I don't know that whole machine. Are you any lingering effects from that? Whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the point where I roll a deception. Yep, that tracks for how I've been rolling today.
Mm-hmm. I'm preparing an insight. Oh my god. 8 and 8.
I mean, it meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. They're doing great.
Oh, this is great. Oh, huh. Yeah, no, she's doing a very bad job of hiding it. But, there's definitely a, look of, oh boy, yes, but also, there's more, it's more complicated than that. Yeah.
It's you don't have to get into it with me if you don't want to.
Uh, um, God, how, there's, a bit of a sigh as she's trying to figure out, um, um, okay, I'm gonna roll a couple of things just to figure out like which direction to take this in. So, first one I'm gonna roll is, this is just a bunch of D2s. All right, that answers that one. And the next one is which direction you want to take it in. Okay then. I guess. Yep. This is the. Yep. This is the direction she's decided to take it in. Yeah. So. There's a bit of a. Yeah. About that. You know how I said that. Um.
Chifley told me you came, and that's why I knew you were there.
Uh-huh.
That's it's another reason I knew you were there. And I don't think I need to roll anything for this one because yeah, no, it's a cantrip. I'm glad I finished this art last night.
Oh? Oh,
Yeah, so she takes a deep breath, and then she casts Mage Hand. And I'm just gonna grab the picture.
Art, art, art. Prepares me one Arcana roll. Just, I don't think Craigory's rolled above a 10 today. I'm not sure either of them have.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 14 Arcana on what he sees.
Yep. I mean that will be probably high enough. I'm just spoiling it for glowy empty eyes, but here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, so her design shifts. The wings are still not currently visible because they're again under her poncho at the moment. But the color shift is obvious, and I think that 14 is plenty enough to to
Recognize
see, hey,
it.
that looks like your magic.
Hey. Oh, okay, so it... Oh, man. Oh, Cass, I'm sorry. I was trying to shut down that thing. I was trying to shut it down. I guess it wasn't fast enough.
It's not.
It's like this is... You're not hurt, right? This isn't hurting you. It's just a thing?
No, it's. I can steal magic from people. I've apparently been able to do it my whole life.
All right. And these people were just looking to amplify that?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That seemed to be what they were doing.
But
I didn't.
it's not your fault. Hey. Like, I'm not any less for magic, I don't think, and this isn't hurting you, so you're good. You're all right. You're good. You didn't mean it.
Oh no. I'm still rolling low.
Oh dear. And
That
what's
was
that
a
7?
Save.
Oh?
That was a whiz save, so she's starting to like tear up a little bit. And yeah, she says, "Oh God, okay, yep." Sorry, give me a moment. Just I. This is hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, take your time.
I killed my mom. Is it? And I didn't know.
It's It's not your fault. Like, this poor girl is tearing up, and Craiger's just like, arms out, hold, question mark? Just like silently trying to convey like, want hug? And also convey like, okay, you've said this, that's a lot. And also you're still red because you kind of sucked up a bit of my magic, but like, trying to convey that he's not afraid.
Yeah, it is fading now that she's dismissed the mage hand. But it's still sort of like it is slowly fading back, so it's still visible. But yeah, she's probably gonna take that hug. Like, yeah, she's trying not to cry, but it's a lot.
Hey, that's a lot. That's not your fault. None of this was your fault. Like, not now, not that. That's accidents happen, yeah?
I don't want to hurt people.
I know. You're like, you're good, Cassie. You're a good person.
That's the bit of a sob laugh and the
I think I get it more now about the good people, bad things stuff.
Is it bad of me to say I kind of wish you didn't understand that little bit more?
Nah. Don't know. Kind of wish I didn't either.
Well, in my experience, there's kind of nothing to do but move forward and figure it out from there. And before the last of this red fades, he's actually going to do, this would be an investigation.
Yep.
Oh, really? This is what we're going to crit on. This is what we're going to crit on?
Oh, nice.
Before the last it fades, he very distinctly leans back and gets a, like, is clearly investigating, looking hard at Cassie, because that was a goddamn nat 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Plus 7.
Yeah. Plus 7 investigation, so 27. Isn't really hiding so much that he's looking her over, all over, before the last of that red fades. And Candle, what he's looking for is any hint whatsoever of the color green anywhere.
Okay. Well, I mean that is a nat 20. I will say, you don't spot any green in her design whatsoever. But I will say probably maybe due to like the hug shifting the poncho or something, you can see her wings now. They are smaller than they used to be, but they're there. They currently don't look like what they normally look like. They're similar, like kind of magic to the hand, the mage hand that she brought up before. We'll notice the eye motif in them. Very, very, just very, very, like, it's
Subtle.
not. Yeah, it's very subtle, and it's not big. Like, so essentially, yes, she did take some of the Thrall's magic that Craigory has, but it's not a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's like he doesn't have a ton. Then she took just like a teeny amount of that. But still.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, not the answer he wanted to find.
Yeah, pretty much.
So after that, like, just momentary inspection, Cassie, you are getting hugged really tight. You're just saying, sorry, I'm sorry.
What? Wait. What?
It's, you may have... You picked up a little something extra, but I don't think it's gonna... I don't think it matters. They haven't said anything, or if they haven't noticed, it's not gonna affect you, okay?
Okay. You all right, Craigory?
uh, uh, I mean, realistically, the answer's no. I have a patron. So, I get a little bit of juice from elsewhere now. It looks like you picked a bit of that up, but it's not like you're a warlock of them, so you're fine. You're good.
You don't want to be a warlock of them?
No. But, what's done is kind of done there.
Oh man, she looks so curious. Like, how do you accidentally become a warlock of someone that you don't want to be a warlock for? But also, that is so rude to ask.
I think he reads, anyone would have that reaction because really. And, Cassie, go ahead and roll an insight before he says the next thing. Insight or perception.
Yep. Come on, dice. No. Come on.
6.
I think I might move to dice passer. It might be nice and
God.
really nice at the moment.
Watch it immediately give you a crit fail next time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 6 on a perception check.
Yep. So, Cassie is still being hugged, so Cassie can't see one of Craigory's hands straight to kind of brush against his hip, but he's like, I think we can just say on that front, compelled.
Yeah, okay. She's gonna get that much. Yeah, I think she has charm person and that sort of stuff, so she can understand that sort of, like, there are more nastier versions of that sort of thing. So, yeah, just... Okay. Okay, yeah, that is true, Cassie. Sorry, she just, the sentence I got from her, which she is going to say, is,
well, that's not very nice.
That actually startles, like, a laugh out of him. He's like, no. No, it wasn't. It was very rude.
Yeah. What?
sorry, just thinking, like, basically, like, along the lines of, you can't just not ask people that sort of thing. That's so rude.
I know, right? They're incredibly rude. Don't know how to take no for an answer. Mm-mm.
Just
Guessing that's not been so easy with you as a warlock.
I like to think I've made myself a pest and a nuisance in response. I like to think they're regretting this at least a little.
that we'll get a small laugh out of her. Like, I mean, yeah, that is kind of funny. Even if the situation itself is not great.
Yeah, listen, like, out of all people, like, they picked out me, and listen, you know, warlocks, we it's, you know, scratch their back, they scratch mine. Point is, they got oh, they thought this was a good idea. They got to see me royally mess up the first actual job they ever gave me. Like, actually, he kind of looks. There's probably a window nearby. And she's like, yeah, it's half the town over. Point is, there's a police station that's a little bit in disarray right now. May or may not be my fault.
Just you blew up a police station?
I would like to state for the record, I did not blow it up. That was the fox. I was merely trying to escape the police station.
Why were you in a police station trying to escape?
Allegedly, they may have thought I was trying to borrow something from a museum. Allegedly. Nobody can prove anything.
Oh, you're getting she is like giving you a that pout because she doesn't like people who she doesn't like stealing things. She doesn't like people stealing things, like, but that's not yours, and that hasn't really changed about her.
He's just gonna grin and say, allegedly.
Yeah. She's I'm gonna roll an insight. Just how much is she buying this?
He's gonna roll like a performance. It's not. He's kind of being a goof at this, so it's not quite a deception. It's kind of like a performance of who, me? Oh, I.
There we go.
There we go. Now Cass is getting. Ah, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. These are the conflicting roles we like to see.
Yep.
The Cassie, the allegedly is in huge quotation
it.
marks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just no, the frown gets deeper, like, you don't steal things.
To be fair, they weren't using it. It was like Book of Ancient Magics and whatever. It was just sitting there. In the back room even, not even on display. Like, nobody had touched it in forever. So, like, as far as, hey, go do this goes, like, well, at least my patron would use it. Just saying. Point is...
That's what museums are supposed to do.
The point is, if they thought having me for Warlock would be like this little efficient thing, no. They get to have front row seats to that.
Did you get the book in the end?
In the end, yeah. So, like, not the greatest, but hey, they could have asked for way worse.
Is it a good thing they have the book? It doesn't seem like it.
Based on what I could tell it was about, I think it's a neutral thing. They just like to collect.
So you stole it from a museum to put it into another museum.
Yeah, kinda.
The look she's giving you is just,
It was not
why?
my idea.
Okay. That much she will accept. Like, yeah, alright. Just just kind of like still just the why it's kind of there, but now it's more directed at your patron than at you.
Craigory's kind of chuckling at himself and like the set cassette of Trebbleclef against the thrall. Yeah, that'll go great. She'll scold them into non-existence.
Yeah.
Although
Just-
hearing
just,
what Cassie's magic can apparently do and what she can yoink, he now wants to keep Cassie as far away from Thrall as humanly possible.
Yeah, fair enough. I was gonna say, she and some others did manage to talk a god down just by being nice to them. So, um,
Miracles happen.
yeah, but to be fair, that was Mary Sue who had taken over a theater, and they were just like, hey, so the crowd kind of is like, they're people, and it's been like 6 hours. Can you let them go, please?
You stop that.
Um, and essentially, they're just like, yeah, you can join our group, and we'll go to the theaters. You can even pick the next place we go to. You know, come with us.
You don't gotta be a jerk about it.
It was great. But something tells me that's not gonna work on the thrall.
Yeah, no, see, the unfortunate thing is they're a real kind, and therefore a teensy bit immune to that sort of thing. A little bit immune to the gag and the bit. But,
yeah, shame.
Shame. Craigory's chuckling just kind of trails off. He's like, But, yeah, I don't know how much I am or aren't helping, but I thought I'd try, you know?
Yeah, it's. Thanks. Nice. It's nice to know that I can talk to people about it. They can understand. I also don't like that you understand, though.
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword in that way. Because some aspects, for me, at least in my experience, it's hard to talk about, either because it was really bad or it just seems like there's no possible way anyone else could understand this specific thing. But then someone does, and that's horrible, but also kind of nice to have, you know?
Yeah, it feels a little selfish that it's comforting.
Well, I cannot blame you because I feel the same way. So, just here to help however I can from someone who's a bit further along the way in just recovering from this sort of thing.
Yeah. You doing okay?
I'm doing a lot better, and that's a big part because I have, quite a lot of people to talk to, honestly. I'm really lucky these days. So I figured even if you already had, your cousin and the chicken and everyone else who was there, just, adding on to the pool of possible resources. I've got people and I've got people able and willing to help, so just passing it along. It makes it easier.
Yeah. It does, and it's nice to see you, Craigory. It's been too long.
Wish it was under different circumstances, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just I'm just trying to think of like how much did she know from when like she first met Craigory about stuff that was happening? I mean, yeah.
Casting back, shit hadn't kicked off at all at that point.
Yeah, no, I do remember in the FPS that the last FPS we had with them that Craigory was like talking about the fact that his parent left.
Mm-hmm.
And
now he's coming
seems to
back
have
with
resolved
this.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah, the sense Cassie would have gone earlier is that, yes, he had talked about his family, but the last time they talked, one-on-one, and also that some of the stuff that went down with Rock Candy seemed to hit pretty personally for him. Rock Candy. Did I just say Rock Candy? Rock Steady. God damn it.
Rock Steady.
I'm craving sugar.
Yeah. It's those donuts at the start.
Yep.
Yeah, I think maybe she's just gonna ask, like, I guess, how
Have you been, other than the whole
Other than the whole thing?
kidnapping stuff?
Setting that aside, not bad at all. Like I was kind of saying, I got people now. Like my kids doing well. Siblings they're both doing all right.
Did Cassie know that Craigory had a kid?
No idea. This might be a
gonna say
complete news. Yeah.
So I think there is definitely the wait. You have a kid?
Yeah. Adopted, as you do, but yeah, I got a kid. Her name's Boomer. She's really smart. We'd probably get along. She gets along with pretty much everyone. But yeah. She's doing just fine. All right and resilient. This is, been reconnecting with some people kind of as a result of this, and he kind of blinks and snaps his fingers. You said that Chiflic guy was your cousin, and how your family is that better? You mentioned a cousin.
Yeah.
What about your sister?
Yeah, Chris, she and we patched things up.
That's great.
And then we fought again, and then I got kidnapped, and I think we're patching things up. It's weird. We haven't really talked about it much now.
Okay, well, at least there's progress there, right? Things were patched up and look to be on the way of patching up. That's... Look, I'm glad to hear that. You weren't... You seemed kind of worried about that last time.
Yeah, she felt bad, and we talked about that, but then I found out that the reason she'd gotten so mad in the first place was because of my magic stuff, and had told me that she'd kind of told me everything in the middle of an argument, and it didn't. It was. I kind of stormed out. I kind of maybe cast some magic to storm out. And then my magic got awoken, and then I got kidnapped, and yeah, it's been a lot.
I mean, you've probably heard it before, or even know it, but just talking out, right? She was probably worried sick. Once people figured out what had happened to you.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine leaving people on an argument. That, man, that'd be bad.
It wasn't nice to. Didn't leave me in a good headspace, but
No.
I think we're getting there. I don't think I'm mad at her anymore.
All right, that's a start.
And yeah, my dad is good. He moved here to Toontown, actually, in here, when we found out that Chifley is, well, technically, second cousin, I think. That's how it works. My dad and his dad were cousins, and, so that makes us second or third cousins, something like that.
I'll take your word for it. My family's not big enough to have that sort of thing.
Cousin is easier. And yeah, he moved in with them to help Chifley out with raising Missy, and I've been staying with them too since I got back.
Yeah, and again, it's good to have somewhere to stay in, somewhere that you feel safe staying. And he kind of phrases that as a question, watching her, like, "Do you feel safe here?"
Yeah, no, there's she definitely doesn't hide the the genuine smile and relaxedness at that question. Like, yeah, she definitely feels safe here. She and yeah, she'll say it's a bit cramped, but it's been good. By the way, you are welcome to roll an insight.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. 12.
I think that's enough. You definitely get she's being completely 100% genuine when she says that. I will say, it's not the being here that is like she feels safe in this apartment. She's still getting used to feeling safe outside of the apartment, though.
Yeah, that's a feeling Craigory would recognize. Yeah, I'm glad you've got a place to stay and people to be with. That's been important for me. So that's good.
With-
No.
With your family.
Yeah, with a partner and her spookies and everyone's who's cared enough to visit. Uh-huh.
That's gonna get her interest. Like, you have a partner? Ooh, tell me more. Because she just remember, like, the first time they met was helping out Rocksteady.
Oh my god.
With his tape, and none of them had any.
None of them had any
romance
experience.
at the time. So this is new.
This is
She
new.
Curious. So, yeah, I think
Does she
yeah,
ask?
she's going to do. Yeah, she's gonna do that. Oh, a partner? Just that hands, chin on hands, just like, look, that I want to know more.
And Craigory lights up. It's like, yeah, partner. I don't know if you know her. She was the detective that Chifley went to for helping out. But Lynn Stagehand? That's, yeah.
Yeah, heard her name. I haven't actually met her.
It's pretty great. Might be a little biased.
You're allowed to be biased.
Yeah, just a little bit, probably. He's still kind of like not quite embarrassed, but kind of just like beaming, has brightened up on this subject.
Yeah. Oh, that's very cute, and like the grin on Cassie's face is that kind of like half fond, half like shit eating, like.
Excellent. But
What's she like?
smart, so smart. Really, like, detective, right? So gotta be smart, but like, gotta be one of the best in the business, I have to say, in all my very limited experience of detectives. But smart, good, loyal, protective, like, just, she cares a lot and she works hard, and I started out staying a lot kind of at her grandparents because they kind of had the expertise to help me out first, but now there's a lot of time at her place, so yeah, she's been a lot of help. Is that?
She sounds nice.
She's pretty great, not gonna lie, pretty terrifying in a fight. You don't want to be against her. I've done that before. It's it's a lot.
Is that how you met? Or was that after?
No. That was how we met. She made hell of an impression. Chased me across a rooftop, and I tried to kick her off it, and there were some threats exchanged, and it was great. And now we're here. It was a bit of a road.
Yeah, there's a bit of a eyebrow raise. I tried to kick her off a rooftop. It was great. It's just a bit of a laugh, and I think, yeah, just only you would manage to find a partner from fighting them.
Certainly got each other's attention. But
happy for you.
yeah. It's pretty great. He's kind of just fiddling with a bandana around his neck. It's not to I don't know, brag or gush, but it's nice. But yeah, what was the whole point? The whole point, having people you love and trust, being able to be with them and have them help you in this time. Good. Very glad you have that.
Yeah, I'm glad too. I didn't expect to have so many people around for me.
Yeah, neither did I. It seems to be a sort of common theme with this sort of thing, actually, so we're never as alone as we think we are? Yeah, that seems like the moral to take away here.
Yeah, I feel like there are easier ways to learn that, though.
You'd think and you'd hope, yeah, but get the feeling with some people there isn't quite another way to hammer it home, which isn't great. It's kind of looking on the bright side of a bad situation, but
Yeah. Never thought of myself as the stubborn sort, but I guess here we are.
Craigory's eyebrows raise. Because from his point of view, Cassie's been stubborn from the get-go. Which is not a bad thing, but, like, that takes him by surprise.
To be fair, Craigory has not met her sister.
He has not met Chris, no. You know, there's comparisons to be made, and he has no context.
Yeah. Sort of speaking a little bit from, like, personal experience with this one, I didn't think I was, as sarcastic as I was, until I, like, left home, because my mum and my brother have it in so much more spades than me that I'm just like, yeah, I'm not funny. They're the funny ones, and then I'm like, no, actually, wait, I do.
The entire rest of the world is unfunnier than me. Yeah.
So similar kind of just, her sister and her dad can definitely be very stubborn. So she's just like, yeah, I'm not stubborn. I'm not the stubborn one in my family, until she's left home and she's like, wait, maybe I was wrong there. But I think she's gonna, like, see the raised eyebrows and just, what?
Cass. You're this is not a criticism. You're pretty stubborn. You know, it's like conviction. You believe in things, and like it's honestly kind of nice to see.
Huh. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, me, I can think, what's the way? I overthink things a lot. It's, you know, I could take things and turn them every which way and get all tangled up. It's just thinking that something should be true and then believing in that and then kind of almost, it's having a conviction rather than being able to be kind of twisted around like I can get. It looks like it could be nice. You know, like, you know what your opinions are, if that makes sense. Am I making sense? Is this...
I think you underestimate yourself. You think you definitely have convictions that you won't be swayed on. Or else you wouldn't be such a pain in the butt for your patron.
I could have stood to be a lot more stubborn, but you're not wrong. Have another donut if you like. Just gonna nudge the box over.
Yeah.
There are,
Okay.
it's like, I'm trying to think on previous donut box set. Point is, there's a decent amount of donuts. Like, this will easily be able to feed anyone and everyone who, like, lives through or passes through here. You know, that cousin, sister, and dad that Cassie's mentioned.
That's good, because, yeah, there have been a fair few people in this, apartment. Like, there isn't enough space for Crystal to live here, but there is currently 4 people in the apartment, and then like her visiting, so like 5 people
It's
fairly regularly.
getting a little bit crowded. Yeah, Craigory cannot cook. Or more accurately, he's kind of forbidden from baking, all things considered. But having grown up some with someone who does bake, like he knows the power of comfort food, even if he can't make it himself. So if he can't make it, he's going to bring it.
Yeah, and it's definitely been something that she has been appreciating a lot since she's come back, is just, I've missed so many of these, like, little things.
Just the stuff you take for granted in everyday life.
Yeah, so, I think...
There are no donuts in captivity.
No, there's not. She said to Chipley the other day, the food there sucked. So...
Fun fact, Henrik Danthew-'s clones don't need to eat, so Craigory was just kind of... There didn't need to be food. So, you never know a thing... He didn't realize someone could miss eating. And, like, tasting things.
Yeah. Actually, I think she's actually going to say that out loud, the, like, kind of a, donut, and, like, grab for another one, and it's just, thank you. Like, through, like, a giant mouthful of food, just thanks. The food there sucked.
And he laughs at that. Yeah, my place, the kitchen hadn't been touched in, I'm sure, centuries.
Just,
Which is almost an insult, because the place was huge, and the kitchens were huge as well.
Okay. I guess, yep, she's gonna ask just like, really? Then how did they eat?
As far as I can tell, they only drank tea sometimes. In terms of eating, it was more like they ate memories sometimes. I don't know if that was how nourishing that was, though, versus payment. It was weird.
Just a bit of a shudder at the idea of that. That does not sound pleasant.
Yeah. Taste for floral tea.
Well, I mean, I know my family likes tea a lot. Don't think they like it that much to go without food.
I mean, what do I know about changelings? I don't know.
Yeah. Did they eat any of your memories?
He opens his mouth, raises a finger, pauses, closes his mouth and lowers the finger. If they did, they ate the memory of them doing it. That's a really good question. I might have to look into that. But as far as I know, no. And they took those as payment, and I was never able to pay for anything. So at least there's evidence to suggest they did not. I had no leverage. There would have been no reason for me to offer.
Well, I suppose that's at least good. Though what would you want to buy with the memory?
I mean, the most pressing thing would have been my freedom.
Yeah, I guess so.
I tried to win it once. No, they were a chess player. Tried to negotiate that as the win condition once. Did not work. But, you know, do what you can.
Yeah, would Craigory like to roll another insight?
He would. Boy, howdy. Come on. Come on, dice. Please, I want this one. Candle, help. It's a 5.
Oh, yeah, I
What
can't
did we
help
do? What did we do to deserve this?
I can't even roll a deception to contest that because she has a +5 modifier.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Craigory's a little lost in the memory sauce, and he's still kind of on the... I don't think they ate in my memories, but what if they did? He's still kind of on that train of thought, and he's like, I'm gonna have to do some investigation into that now that paranoia's been brought up. That's where his mind's at. He sees nothing.
You can roll it again, just because the dice have been really mean
Dice have been horrible today. Okay. Improvement, improvement, improvement. 14.
Okay. I should roll this because she's not going to want to bring it up, so this might not end up working anyway.
At least
Nope,
now there's
well,
a chance.
Yeah, I'm still rolling terribly with my physical dice, so...
Oh my god. Absolutely incredible. That 7 would have beaten out the 5 anyway, but like, oh my god. Alright.
Craigory might notice she's tensed up a little bit at when he mentions you do what you can to try and get out.
And with those rolls, he catches that, kind of pauses and goes like, that's... I mean that, you know? Like, whatever you gotta do to get out of something as terrible as this. So, whatever happened, don't blame you. Don't blame yourself.
Oh, okay. With that insight, you are catching. That's not the part that she's like. The thing is, she didn't try to escape, even when she had the opportunity to escape.
Oh. So he tries for the tracks he initially thinks, and then she's still wincing, and he blinks. He's kind of struggling because he's honestly a little bit speechless at the fact that she apparently had an opportunity and didn't try.
Yeah, it wasn't a big one. It was more like out of context. Like, she had a bracer that was stopping her from using magic for the vast majority of the time that she was there.
Oh, mood.
But when they moved her from the cell to the machine, they had to take it off because she needed her magic for it to work. But at that point, she didn't try and escape because she kind of had already been there for 2 months and
Given up.
Yeah.
So, him not having that context, again, that overthinking of, he's like, well, okay, why would that be the case? And with that, enough of the insight roll just goes, it's okay to have kind of felt like that it was over, you know? I mean, you were there longer than I was and knew that people were actively being deceived about, you know, who was you out there and where you were. That's
I didn't think it would. I didn't try.
it's Cass,
Guess
it's okay if you break, yeah?
I didn't. No, I thought it had been so long and I didn't want to try and it not work and maybe it would have. I thought maybe it would. They would be better off without me.
He's reaching out and taking Cassie's hands in his. Hey,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like, I gave up too. That's how I ended up in this whole warlock situation. Like, I gave up and I knew people knew where I was and that they were working on it, and I knew they were like a day away at most, and I still gave up. So
Yeah, I could have. If I'd tried, maybe I wouldn't have ended up in the machine
and maybe if you tried, they would have just hurt you. Like, they would have just they would have hurt you. You understand? Like, I made my choices, and if I had been more cooperative, I could have avoided some pain.
I didn't want to hurt me, though. I was more valuable. Not in good condition.
There's many ways to hurt someone, to make them do what they want. You know, Lynn told me something once, and it was that she was glad I had decided to cooperate instead of allowing myself to get hurt. So
yeah, I'm glad you didn't get more hurt either.
so it feels bad to feel like you gave up. Boy, I'm gonna roll for him. Yeah, boy, that's a... Well, actually, what's his wisdom save? It's more than I think it is, I'm sure. Yeah, it's like a +4. 11 is still not the great. He's blinking black tears and is kind of looking away.
I should probably roll a whiz save as well. Oh, you finally decided to give me something above a 10.
Incredible.
I mean, it's still not great.
A 13!
But it's above a 10.
A little bit better than Craigory.
Yeah.
It's easy to think you could have been stronger or braver, or if you'd done this instead, maybe it would have worked out, or if you'd been smarter or clever or faster or stronger. But that's, we could blame ourselves forever for the things we did and didn't do, but it's just gotta move forward with what did happen, right?
Yeah, it's just hard because otherwise it's nothing you could have done.
That was probably the thing that sucked most for me, just being powerless, helpless, not being able or strong enough to do anything about it.
Yeah, I fought really hard.
I know. I believe you.
It really sucks.
You fought hard, you were brave, and you lasted 2 months, and you're still here.
Yeah. I am still here. And I can move forward.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and that's, I've gotta practice what I preach too, right? So we both did our best, and we're both doing our best.
Yeah, she's gonna nod, and then, she's gonna hug you again, Craigory. Just, and in a really small voice, just.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Of course. I know we're both crying right now, but it's glad to help. Even if it kind of sucks to tear it all open.
Yeah, it hurts, but it feel like it's good to talk about it.
We're, one friend of mine here right now, he'd be tossing a card with a therapist's number at you right now.
Yeah, I haven't even thought that far ahead.
Yeah, things are still fresh. That's one step at a time, yeah? That's, you know, one talk helps. And, like, you know, if you need more from me, then call, or, you know, relying on the other people who are helping you out as well.
Thanks.
Of course.
You know what the worst part about it all is?
What?
Is how much more there seems to still be in front of me, even now that I'm out.
Yeah, that hug tightens and he kind of nods. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what comes next for you. I don't know what comes next after that. I mean, as far as I know, that whole place got pretty cleared out. I mean, Lynn's on the case, so it's going to get busted wide open. But even outside of that, there's just learning to live again.
Yeah, I haven't even really been thinking about them and what happened to them. I didn't really know much. Trying to take things one step at a time.
Yeah. One step, one thing. Don't be like me and kind of overwhelm yourself by trying to tackle it all at once, or run directly at the things and tackle them. I get yelled at for that one a lot.
That's definitely one way to use your head.
Yeah, maybe running directly at the stuff that scares you isn't actually the best practice. Don't, you know, do what I say, not as I do.
Yeah. Just... one step at a time.
One step.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Can you thank Lynn for me? I don't know her, but everyone else keeps mentioning that she did so much. I don't know if I would be here if it wasn't for her, so I want her to know that I'm grateful.
Yeah, pass that along. She puts her all into everything she does, and I'll tell her, and then maybe one day you can also tell her yourself.
Yeah, I'd like that.
All right.
I'm gonna roll a d2.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I guess she's yeah, so, yeah, she's a bit of a pause and then, hey, Craigory?
Uh-huh.
Bit of a weird question, but, does she use magic?
Yeah, she has some bard magic. That... Oh. I guess it would have been everyone there, huh? Yeah, she has bard magic.
Bard magic. Right, gold?
Yeah. Gold, warm, gold orange. I wonder if you got the smell. That'd be interesting.
I'm gonna roll because I didn't think of that.
There's a distinct pumpkin spice smell whenever Lynn casts magic, just an FYI.
Yeah, that's a yes.
Excellent.
So, yeah, just another blink and then,
Pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, thanks. That I kind of... It's nice to be able to...
Put a name to the
Isn't it
magic.
that... Yeah. I just kind of want to know who it comes from.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense. It's like this is kind of a permanent thing, right? It's a part of you now. Wanting to understand and know where it comes from. Like, I get that.
Yeah, yeah. Hers is some part of my healing magic now.
And Craigory just smiles. If you were right with her knowing that, I think she'd be really pleased by that, actually.
Yeah,
and she's kind of just blushing because, like, she doesn't know how to feel about the whole I have other people's magic now thing. But, so, like, positive feedback about it is still a little bit weird, so, yeah, just stuttering, like yeah, I suppose if you want to tell her, that's fine.
Which, I mean, I don't gotta. I just think it's the kind of thing she'd like the sound of.
To be honest, I thought you guys might actually be a bit mad that I have some of your magic now.
I mean, that wasn't you. That was a big machine sucking it out, and we all got it back. I had a pretty big stress test of it pretty much immediately after, and I didn't notice any, like, dips in magic ability, and so, you know, no harm, no foul. If anything, it's kind of like having a little piece of oh, God. Fuck. Shit. Piece of people with you, maybe? I don't know how it feels, but...
Yeah. It's funny. We said the other day. It's like blood pact. Like when you put blood into someone else's wound.
I like how I go for, like, sentimental. Oh, we're always with him. This is immediately like blood pact.
But yeah, I think that is like for one, I'm not gonna even make you roll for it. You will see the relief that because that is something she's definitely been worried about. Is the oh god, what if I have like permanently like taken this from you and you can't like it's gonna get worse or you can't be at the same strength as before or that sort of thing. So just the fact the reassurance that you're fine is just like really good for her to know right
Yeah.
now, and then the follow up of like it's like having a piece of them with you as like yeah, she hadn't looked at it that way, and that's kind of nice, a nice way of thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Sides. Even if you had taken all my magic, I can do a little punchy punchy. And he kind of like mimes a jab. I'll have you know, I have 2 entire levels in fighter. I am a lean, sort of green, fighting machine.
That's good to know. Mm, mm. Actually, she's gonna pause and trail off there a little bit, because her the physical side of her abilities is actually not great right now. I mean, she's never had great strength, and the damage to her wings means that her dex isn't all that great at the moment while they're still growing back in.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, did I lose you or?
No, I'm still
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wasn't sure. But yeah, just kind of mind
Yeah.
out the jabby punchy, just like in a jokey manner. Like, you know, probably can't hide that the idea of entirely losing access to magic is a extremely disquieting one as a wizard and now wizard
Yeah.
warlock. But, like, you know,
Yeah.
nobody expects the wizard to be able to punch.
Yep, that is very true. Um, and you know, he did say he has a penchant for tackling problems head on. So I think maybe she will say that. I think just that's good. Gotta be able to tackle those problems head on well, huh?
See, exactly. So, yeah, you're good. And I haven't noticed anything amiss with Lynn on this front either. So if you haven't seen anything from Chifley, then I think it's probably safe to say, you know, uh, everyone else there is also good. Not that I've seen Eenie, Miney, and Mo since then, but we can probably assume. Or the chicken. Did the chicken have magic? The chicken seemed punchy hitty.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll another D2 see because she hasn't I'm figuring she hasn't actually found all of like the different people yet, so she
And
doesn't
now
know.
he's just name dropping.
All right. Well, that's one. That's a yes. All right. All right. She doesn't know about the chicken, which I suppose makes sense. Um, but she has discovered the Eeny Miny and Mo magic. So yeah, yeah, no, this makes sense. It means that she's used Gust but hasn't used False Life, so that's probably a good thing. Anyway, that's just some like background context. I'm not even sure if she would mention that. Just uh, actually, yeah, I think she would just sort of shrug and I'm not sure. I'm still
figuring it out.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of time for that now. There's no rush. Don't make it a rush if you can help it.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be using much magic at the moment anyway.
Aha. Well, if I were in your shoes, I would also be using magic left and right trying to figure it out, so I guess I cannot quite blame you. But also, hey, follow your doctor's orders.
Yeah. Most of it hasn't been on purpose.
Craigory kind of then eyes the box of donuts. I'm not sure a whole lot of sugar is necessarily on the doctor's orders now that I think about it. Is rest on the doctor's orders?
She is at that. She is reaching into the box and grabbing another donut, and I am gonna roll.
He's gonna try and close the lid.
Should I roll a dex then to see if she can?
Yeah, contesting dex.
Yep. Guess what I got?
Did you get a 20? Or...
No. But I did get a dirty 20.
Snatched. It's such a close thing. Craigory, like, basically leans to slam that box closed, but Cassie's already pilched out another donut.
Yeah, she's gonna try and shove the whole thing in her mouth in one go.
No.
On for that.
Yeah.
Do too badly on that one. Yeah. That's I'm finally getting my good rolls, and it's to eat a donut.
Incredible. And he's like, no, Cassie, Cass. If this makes you sick, if you get sick from eating too many donuts, I think Chifley will kill me.
Yeah, I think no, she's managed to fit it all in her mouth, so she can't really reply right now. Just you got this wrong. She's like standing up from the table and moving away from Craigory in case he tries to take it from her.
It's already in the mouth. He considers it a lost cause. Yes, he has fished out food from Boomer's mouth before mid-chew, but...
That's his child.
Not quite the same thing. He's closing the box. He's like looking around for a place to put it. On top of a cupboard? Sure, her wings are a little out of commission. Yeah, that works. Short people can be scarily determined to climb, though.
Yeah, you are getting a pout in there. That's not fair.
He's sticking it in the highest place he can with all his 6 foot 2 inches of height.
Good. Oh god, I'm gonna have to roll like something at some point, like whether because her dex is I'm rolling her dex at disadvantage at the moment, so then I'm gonna have to roll a whiz save to see whether she thinks it's a good idea to get the donuts or not.
Oh my god. He's like ready. He has entered Boomer Wrangle mode.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a whiz save. How much do you want to go after these donuts? Okay, I think she's gonna attempt it, because that's a...
Oh my god. Yeah, 7. Want donut, swallow what's in her mouth and go for it, or she just doesn't even bother with that?
Yeah, no, she is gonna swallow the one in her mouth first and then go for it. I think the 7 is enough that she's gonna finish the one she's already got before going for it.
There's
So
a
I suppose.
narrowing of the eyes, and Kurt's just like, don't, you don't, no. Stay.
All right, Dex. Dex time. This one has to be at disadvantage because she's actually using her whole body this time.
Well, all right. The disadvantage is a 12.
Yeah, not doing great.
Boomer wrangling mode engaged. This is a dad who has a kid who will stick anything in her mouth. Cassie, you are snatched.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, part of me is like, she got like 1 foot up on it and then started to fall, or like she didn't even get close to the cabinet before he like snatched her up.
I feel like he would have waited for her to like get close, give her that last chance to be like, rethink this.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, she gets like a couple of foots up before. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a look of panic, and she's like, I have not thought this through. And starts to fall. Then yeah.
Cassie, you are being picked up. Kurt's just like, bed, 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 bedtime, rest.
It's just no.
He's going for that, like, if I remember correctly, just sort of like pile nest of stuff. Because there's the suitcase that seems to be Cassie's. He's just going for that, and he's like, bed, bed with you, sleep, time out.
But I don't wanna.
You should have thought of that before you, like, 3 donuts. What was I thinking? Yeah, all right. And it's just like, plonk, dump. And again, not trusting her to stay in place because he's used to dealing with Boomer. It's just going to immediately start blanket swaddling. Just like,
There are a lot of blankets and pillows on this thing, and they are, as you would probably expect, in a bunch of different colors.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's just piling that on. It's just like, no. You're going to get comfy. You're going to rest. This has been a very exhausting conversation for the both of us, I think. And you're going to sleep it off. And there will be donuts when you wake up. And hopefully you're nice enough to leave some for your family.
Are you going to try this? I think she is going to try this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're probably going to have to contest this.
Oh boy.
That's a persuasion.
Oh god. Contesting persuasion
Just
is like insight, I figure, right? Remembering that correctly?
Insight or wisdom, I think, yeah.
Better go the wisdom. Oh, wait a second. Is it +5 at level 9? Yo! Yeah, we're going wisdom.
Nice.
That's the save, though. If we just go regular wisdom, it's still
Yeah.
+1.
No, save is fine.
Well. Oh, no.
Oh no.
It's only a 10. How is she persuading him?
I think, I think just for one, the big eyes, like she's got the puppy dog eyes down, and then just just like, please, I'm fine, I can, it's been a week, I can have donuts.
Craigory realizing his mistake as soon as the puppy dog eyes come out, trying to look away, but it's too late. It's like, no. No, you're gonna just like too much sugar. Like, oh god, I think Chiff really could kill me. Oh dear. You know what? Maybe the solution to this is I just leave this for Chiffley to deal with. Yep, sounds great. You want donuts? You're going to have to get them from up there yourself. You're going to have to escape this yourself. I'm not handing them to you.
Yeah. There is a bit of a pout to that, but fair enough. Yeah, she's sticking her tongue out at you, just like, boo.
Someone's got to be the fun police.
I think she's gonna say coward.
Oh, coward. Coward. Well, eyes narrow, which immediately means, how'd you guess? All right. Craigory's eyes narrow, and then he just immediately, he's been kind of like, I don't know, standing or kneeling to try and get Cassie to stay in place. He's just going to flop on top. Pin her down. Just starfish.
I'm gonna roll a strength save, I suppose.
Yeah, that works.
Which should be fun. You can feel, like,
there's just this furious wiggling.
Underneath you. You're just like, no! But she's not getting anywhere.
Oh, God. He's just like, yep, there we go. Enforced nap time. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Just the... Oh, come on, Craigory. He's not that scary.
Donuts will still be here when you wake up. Mm-hmm. Look, seriously.
You're not budging on this, are you?
Nope. No, I'm not. In fact, seems like I'm just going to be... You know what? It's comfy. There's a lot of blankets here.
And just... like a long pause and then... Can you get off me at least?
I don't know. Do I trust you enough to get off? This long silence isn't helping, Cassie.
I'm thinking, how she's gonna respond to this. Yeah, okay. After, like, yeah, the long silence and then,
I can promise if you want.
All right. You want to take at least a little break, a little rest or nap, and then you can have more sugar.
Okay. I promise to take a short rest and to try to sleep before I go after the donuts again.
There's a sort of pat in Cassie's general direction. Nicely worded. Good job.
I think you, get a...
Thanks. Now move your butt, it's squishing me!
Oh no, gravity. It's increasing on me. But he will roll over.
Yeah, there's just gonna be like, a bit of burrowing and then the head's gonna pop out of the pile of just, and just, before she's gonna find a more comfortable position to, like, lay down, just...
Thanks, though.
Anytime. You mind if I take a nap, even if you don't?
Yeah, go for it. I'm actually gonna roll. Con, how tired is she?
Now is the time for the dice to roll low. Yeah! It's not bad.
Yeah, I think that there is the yawn, and she's just like, no, I'm not tired, but also, oh god, yeah, definitely, been more active today than she has been for a few days, so.
Doesn't take terribly long.
Yeah, she's gonna fall asleep with, probably a bit of a, kind of, this sucks before falling asleep.
Just like a "you suck" snores. You know what? For funsies, I'm gonna see how long it takes for Craigory to fall asleep. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's out. That's a 2. He rolls over, he gets that promise out of Cassie. He's just like, on his back, hands clasped. It's like basically the had to do it to him pose, but on the floor, and he's out.
I'm just thinking, Chifley's gonna come home and there's just gonna be the two of them sleeping on the floor.
Yeah. Oh boy, what a way to end it.
To be fair, at least Chifley recognizes Craigory, otherwise
At least
bad.
That might, yeah. It might still not go the most smooth.
Who are you? How did you get into my house?
I'm not a changeling, I swear. Boy.
This was fun, though.
It was. It was good stuff. All right. I think I'm going to stop my recording then. So thank you for playing Candle, and thanks everyone for listening.
This was good fun.
Yes, thank you all. Alright, bye.
Bye.